Good morning. Good morning to all. Welcome to Samadhi Game, broadcasting from Tijeras, New Mexico, every Monday and Wednesday at 7 o'clock for live music, at 8:30 for the processing, which we're going to be beginning in just a few moments. But I thought I'd just give a few announcements so that people could know what's coming up. Now, every Monday and Wednesday, normally, we give these mantras, meditations, and prayers starting at 8:30. But starting on, let me get my calendar in front of me so I can see. Starting on September 16th, we're going to have an 8-day-long intensive. An 8-day-long intensive, constant application of the light. We're going to use Samadhi Game as the matrix to pour the light into so that it can come forth day by day, drop by drop, increasing in its potential, increasing in its momentum. So I invite you to join us. The first night, it's going to be Sunday evening at 5:30. We're going to have tea, I call it tea and initiation. Let me go actually to my page here so I can give you all of the different days and what we're planning on doing, so I can see all of this in front of me instead of bringing it back from memory and the events. If you go to Samadhi Game Tribe and then click on the events marker at the top of the Samadhi Game Tribe page, you'll find all of the days listed for that particular series of meditations, series of saga broadcasts. So you'll probably want to go there and just check it out and see that, if you want to get involved, you can even click going so that we can see that you're on your way and interested in being there. Day 1 is the Samadhi Game Tribe 8-day meditation, momentum meditation, and I call it high tea with initiation. We're going to have tea that afternoon. People are going to be coming from the local area and probably from around the world too. We're inviting everyone to come so that you can come and be here for the afternoon. We'll have afternoon tea at 5:30. And following afternoon tea, probably around 6:15 or 6:30, we'll start a Samadhi Game meditation, which we will broadcast with a group of people here. There should be anywhere from 10 to 25 people here doing the Samadhi Game meditation that evening. And it should be really a nice kickoff for what will then begin 8 days of solid, constant application. That's what it takes. Samadhi Game, any practice we do, any yoga we do, takes this constant, regular practice. It doesn't just happen that we find enlightenment. There's some leaning in the direction of our higher self that's necessary in order to break the bonds of the cross-currents of the dual human ego. And so every now and then we give it an extra push. And what can we expect? We can expect glimmers of that samadhi, that nirvanic state, opening up in our hearts. We can expect a more broad understanding of our situation in the world, our current situation amongst all of the karmas that we're dealing with at the time. We can also expect, because we're seeing all of those karmas more clearly, it might be a little bit trying. So, as we go through these 8 days, be prepared to see things that maybe you didn't think you wanted to see. So, as of now, we have 7 people going to the Samadhi Game Day 1. And we have Robbie Nicole Frank, Jamie Lynn Murphy, Jacqueline Michelle Wayne, Candace Schwecker. Let's see who else we have going here. I'll say the names: Catherine Guinness and Mark Irwin. So we have 7 people so far signed up, or at least clicking that they're going to go on Facebook. And then we have probably about 10 to 25 people that can show up at any time here in New Mexico. We're hoping that most of those people show up that day 1 at least. Now, what's going to happen day after day? Let me go ahead and go on here. Beginning Sunday evening, September 16th, 5:30 p.m., we will initiate a momentum of light that will be carried by daily morning saga show meditations and you're all invited to those daily morning Saga Show meditations. Culminating Sunday evening, I've got to change that. I'm going to change that to Saturday evening, because we're going to have people that are staying late for the Saturday evening meditation a week later, and we want to have some ability for some of those people to sleep in if they stayed too late, or if they're going to get up and come to the Sunday morning meditation, they don't have to worry about getting to work, and they can justify it. So September 22nd, with a grand celebration of life and light, the Saga dinner, downloadathon, and danceathon will happen at that time. We're going to have it on Saturday evening. So the schedule for the week is Sunday evening, September 16th. We're going to have the high tea and initiation. Starting the very next morning, Monday morning. Now let me go back to this page so I can show you. Day 2, Samadhi Game Tribe 8-day September Momentum Meditation. This is the foundation of the entire week. We're setting the foundation. We're going to have solid, clear, structure-building session on that morning. So it'll be very structural. All of our meditations, all of our mantras will be very clear and solid. And we'll feel that with the rhythmic release of the mantra and the prayer. Day 3, that's going to be Tuesday morning, September 18th. We're going to go into flow, glow, grow, and connect. So we're going to do all sorts of mantras. We're going to open it up. We're going to feel the radiance. We're going to really ebulliate, really go deeply into it, and enjoy the radiance that we establish with that day. Day 4 of the Samadhi Game Tribe 8-day September Momentum Meditation is radiating identity and oneness. Again, radiating. We're developing a momentum now on this radiation. We want to really get clear how we're radiating from the heart. So every day by day, we're going to be building this momentum. Day 5, Thursday, September 20th, of the same meditation is headless, the hungry ghost, headless shadow with the eye of the neutral witness. So we're going to be embracing the shadow processes in Samadhi Game on that 5th day, really delving down, seeing with the neutral witness what it is that is the dual human ego, actually graphing the dual human ego in our life, seeing how we can tear it apart and take it bit by bit. See how all the sub-frequencies of our consciousness build into this dual human ego. And when we see that, we have more control over it. It becomes now a palette upon which we can artfully select where we're going to go at each time and in the space that we're in. So we become the artists, the healers, using duality to our advantage rather than being used by it. So that's day 5. Day 6 of Samadhi Game Tribe 8-day September Momentum Meditation is the power of love. This is on Friday, September 21st. So we're going to really emphasize love and how this feeling of love in the heart ebulates and expands and is chaliced within every mantra that we give in Samadhi Game Tribe. That we fill these mantras with the very fullness of our heart's love, rather than just saying the words, mouthing them thoughtlessly or without feeling. We use the feeling tone of love to trampoline the light broadly through our world, and not only our world, but into the world around us, into the canyon here around Tijeras, where Sunny Mellow is here at Ascending to Primera Agua Healing and Enlightenment. In fact, if you go to any of these links, you'll see that this entire intensive momentum meditation in September is being held at Ascending to Primera Agua Healing and Enlightenment, which is what we call here this place called Sunny Mellow. It's the place that chalices the healing, the meditation, and Samadhi Game. And it emanates from here. So we're going to be doing it here, and we're located in a beautiful canyon just outside of Albuquerque, New Mexico, in Tijeras Canyon. Tijeras meaning scissors. And if you look at Tijeras Canyon from above, from the crest, which I've been doing recently, I've been hiking with a good friend of mine to the top of the crest And as you look down from the top of the crest at about 10,000 feet down into the canyon, you can see that the ridges of the canyon form scissor-like serrations. It's really beautiful. Another reason they call Tijeras Canyon Tijeras Scissors is because in the it runs almost exactly east and west. So as the morning sun rises through the canyon, as the sun comes through the jaws of the canyon, the rays that come out the other side look like scissors expanding. And the same thing at sunset. As the sun sets through from the other side of the canyon, you can see the scissor rays of the light coming through. So in many ways, this is a really auspicious place to be for invoking the light, invoking the higher self, the truth of our being, the samadhi that we are. So day 6 of Samadhi Game Tribe is the September of this 8-day September momentum meditation is the power of love. And that's going to be Friday, September 21st. Day 7 of the same long 8-day intensive meditation is this tantric awareness and abundance. We've got to get all of this love into embodiment. We've got to get all of our truth into embodiment. We have to have all of our inspiration, all of our direction, all of our wisdom into embodiment, impregnating the physical world with our spirit. So we're going to go into what's the 4th chapter pretty strongly on that day and really try to precipitate out all of the magic that is our higher self. This is the reason for Samadhi Game, is not just to ruminate into the higher realms and stay there and enjoy the bliss that it is, but to bring it down, to actually manifest it in the physical, in our worlds, in our day-to-day lives, in our relationships, in our love, in our work. And this day, this tantric awareness and abundance, this day 8, this Sunday morning, is the beginning of the manifestation of all of this. Well, we're actually going to be doing it all the time, the entire week. But this is sort of the topic that we've discussed that we want to really emphasize on that day. And then this is on Sunday, it's going to be a 2-pronged meditation. It's going to be the 2 sides of the scissors. We're going to have the morning meditation, and people will come here to Sunny Mellow at Ascending to Primera Agua Healing and Enlightenment in the morning for breakfast, and then we'll follow up with the meditation, and then everyone will go home and have their day. They can do whatever they like on that beautiful Sunday afternoon. And then later in the day, that 7:30, that's going to be that night. I have to change this on the schedule. Saturday night, we're going to have this Pot Fortune dinner, saga, mantras, downloadathon, and danceathon. So Saturday night is a 2-part meditation, and Sunday we're going to end it with this tantric awareness and abundance in the morning. So I hope that's clear, and that you can all join us from wherever you are. If you're anywhere in the world, think about it. You might want to come to New Mexico and take a room here someplace and join us on a day-to-day basis and build this light. We'll find things for you to do. We'll find places to go. We'll take hikes in the Sandia Mountains. We'll have breakfast before. Anyone who attends the day-to-day meditations with me here at Sunny Mellow will be invited to the Sunny Mellow Ranch breakfast that I prepare myself, and we'll have that breakfast before the meditation, and we'll share over that breakfast ideas and thoughts that might be perfect for the day's meditation to be shared that morning. So anyone who wants to come, please, let me know, call me, give me some warning so I know you're on your way, and we'll set you up. We're expecting that we should have people here almost every morning having breakfast with us, and it'll be delightful. Every morning, another drop of light into the cauldron of our hearts. So I just wanted to take the time this morning to invite you all to this intensive that we're having starting September 16th and going all the way through to September 23rd, 8 days. And we're going to have 2 evening sessions and the rest morning sessions. So get going and get here and let me know. And with that, let's go ahead and go on to our holographic imaging for the day. We have storms coming. We have a great storm coming with this hurricane off the coast in the Gulf of Mexico right now. And we would like to feel ourselves into the Gulf of Mexico, into the humid air there, into the broad expanse of the ocean there, into the swirling typhoon hurricane that's moving through those waters now. And feel ourselves there hovering above this hurricane, and feel ourselves just emanating peace down into it. Feel and see to the very center of this standing calm, and then moving in an opposite direction to the wind, just gently breaking the wind force, gently bringing it down so that the force that when it hits landfall isn't as great as it might have been. With these visualizations, with these prayers, we can actually place ourselves in that hurricane and feel the calm, the peace, and the harmony that will bring that hurricane to a harmonious ending rather than a destructive ending. So let's go ahead and start off our mantras today with Samadhi Game mantras. I'll take us to the mantras here in a moment. We're going to start at the beginning, really establish the matrix, just like we would if we were starting that 8-day retreat. The shadowless light of Samadhi, its feeling, tone, and state of knowing. Let's make sure I still have sound. Yes, I do. Oh, thank you, Robbie. Robbie is letting us know that there is an earthquake as well. Yeah, I just saw that as well on the Facebook page this morning, and it's really amazing. The types of weather storms that are happening in the air, in the earth, above in the higher atmosphere, which we could consider like an Akashic membrane around the planet due to the solar storms. We have storms coming in the physical. We have storms coming in the economic. We have the economy is suffering a huge storm. We have the hurricane. We have 2012 coming. 2012, this storm of anticipation, the storm of change, the storm of coming to the very center of the funnel. The Mayans, as they say, that everything's accelerating to the point of December 21st, 2012, 12/21/12. At that point, the center of this hourglass is reached, and the shift takes place, and we start moving again into an expansion rather than a contraction. Things begin to broaden again. Hallelujah. And with that date, there is this incredible storm, this flux, this movement of time and space in a concentrated manner. We all feel it. So this is another storm that we're dealing with, not just the hurricane, not just the earthquake. We're also dealing with the storms within ourselves, the storms of the balance of the yin and the yang, the storms of the understanding of our sexual essence, the storms of the understanding of our beings. And so with that, let's go ahead with knowing all of this is going on, standing in the midst of all of this. Let's give these mantras now. Come on together with me. O glorious shadowless light of eternity, that brilliance of I Am Samadhi, shining in the void as 10,000 suns, descend, descend, descend as the tangible substance of loving splendor, dazzling intelligence and palpable power for all to absorb and identify with, as the full and only authority throughout the earth, the boundless treasure house of the universe, and our infinite I Am Samadhi of scintillating fire and dazzling light, that I am. I release the power of mastery without limit now, revealing a self and flooding forth perfect miracles and all activities, bringing to pass the enlightenment of the ages, and letting every being on earth sense and surrender to the intimacy of this light. Everywhere, the fullness of this self expanding is love, wisdom, and joy forever. Now, Great songs of praise and gratitude burst forth from the heart of humanity for that silent splendor poured out to all. Now, pure love flows forth from the heart of the secret love star, drenching the earth with the glory and ecstasy of golden pink liquid light. Now, the oneness of supreme love, wisdom, and blazing joy overwhelms this whirl of duality in its glowing orb of transmutation, reconciliation, and dominion, making of Terra a smiling sun of everlasting, all-powerful, limitless light, casting no shadow, and in which only that absolute perfection can forever dwell. Now, I am limitless gifts of all good things, anointing the earth with abundance, healing, and happiness for all mankind. O presence of a shadowless light from out the great silence, we identify with thee now. I am the elation and exhilaration, freedom and liberation of this eternal experience and gnosis of samadhi, its ecstatic hearing, blissful feeling, cosmic scent, sublime taste, and immaculate vision, holding all safely within that compassionate diamond heart forever. I intensify this feeling tone of I am shadowless light in acknowledgement, acceptance, and awareness, surrender, devotion, and adoration for this state of knowing that, this all-pervading I am samadhi, the intelligence of the heart that is divine illumination. I, the Ascended Master Gregory Donald Binkley Living Super Yogi Brilliance, am awake, as is the Ascended Master Jesus, to this shadowless light, its feeling tone and state of knowing, that I am that never sleeps and enjoys all, now and forever. Let me just go back to this one phrase here. I'm sorry, I just jumped right in and said my name, but I'd like you to say yours without my name overriding it. So let's go ahead and say it again. I am awake, as is. And here I didn't mean to just blurt out the Ascended Master Jesus' name, but we can say that. We can say it. But you can say any name that inspires you, any name that lifts you into a higher state, that gives you a sense of being held in the palm of the hand of God. Say that name. To this shadowless light, its feeling tone and state of knowing, that I am that never sleeps and enjoys all, now and forever. Once you download your own copy of Samadhi Game, and if you want to start working with it, you don't have to. You don't have to work with it. You can take it just the way it is. But if you feel at a certain point that you want to start making it your own, you're certainly welcome to have Samadhi Game in your own word processor. And instead of having this picture of Jesus that we have here on this particular page, you can change the picture too. You can make the picture into Muhammad or into Gautama, if these masters are more appealing to you. So, but we have Jesus there. He's well known throughout all the religions, and we love him. I bow to the Samadhi within myself. We're going to just take a quick trip into the Sanskrit language, into the old Sanskrit language, which contains a tremendous amount of light and a tremendous amount of difficulty in understanding the words, even though you may have said these words many times. So we'll say them in Sanskrit, and then we'll say them in English. And we'll see that the Samadhi Game mantras are very similar to what was written thousands of years ago in Sanskrit. These affirmations of being. Come on. Om Namah Shivaya Guruve Sachidananda Murtaye Nishprapanshaya Shantaya Nirarambhaya Tejase. I bow to the Samadhi within myself, known as Lord Shiva, and that can be changed. That is the true teacher. This Samadhi that I am takes the form of truth, consciousness, and bliss. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am completely free and I sparkle with the divine luster. Om. Opening pillar of light, pillar of the world. Remember, we're standing now calm and peaceful. We're creating an aura of peace with our words. We're saying our words, even though we're saying them with strength. We're saying them with peace. You can't stand in a hurricane without strength. You have to be holding on to something strong. So we hold on to the light, to the core of our being. We flood these words with this core of our being. We hold, and we know that this core is being expanded into a protective envelope around us so that we can stand within anything and go forward. So let's say it. Opening pillar of light, pillar of the world. Come on. Sublime I am, Samadhi that I am. Enfolding me now in that mighty, magic, electronic pillar of cosmic light substance. My identification with its magnificent humility and thoughtful creativity, so powerful and complete, that I artfully and magically alter every polarity with healing unity. Within this majestic pillar of light, blazes that love as the violet compassionate flame. In, through, and around my etheric, mental, emotional, and physical bodies, effortlessly dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego, charging my world and all I contact with the tangible substance, living awareness, and conscious activity, the presence and superconscious samadhi of all enlightened beings, liberated and ascended masters, seeing, feeling, and hearing this light as it shines, radiates, and resonates within me as a visible pillar of the world, stabilized, supported, and sustained by the brilliant, elegant One, and infinitely sensitive to that invulnerable state of divine I am Samadhi. We'll give this a couple of times through. And in this, just recognize there's a part in here where we invoke all of the great beings, the ascended beings. We're actually asking for their names. We're calling their names in general, in one, that they might come, they might stand and ensconce us with the same light that they knew, whether it be Gautama or Jesus or Muhammad, any of the great ones, even a great one that you know down the street that inspired you to no end when you were in your 20s or 30s. It doesn't matter. You just need to know that you are invoking with this mantra the great ones to stand with you, strengthening and intensifying this radiant pillar of light, this pillar of the world that's now ensconced about you. Let's say it again. Sublime I am Samadhi that I am, enfolding me now in that mighty, magic, electronic pillar of cosmic light substance. My identification with its magnificent humility and thoughtful creativity, so powerful and complete, that I artfully and magically alter every polarity with healing unity. Within this majestic pillar of light blazes that love as the violet compassionate flame. In, through, and around my etheric, mental, emotional, and physical bodies, effortlessly dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego, charging my world and all I contact with the tangible substance, living awareness and conscious activity, the presence and superconscious samadhi of all enlightened beings, liberated and ascended masters, seeing, feeling, and hearing this light as it shines, radiates, and resonates within me as a visible pillar of the world, stabilized, supported, and sustained by the brilliant, elegant One, and infinitely sensitive to that invulnerable state of divine I am Samadhi. We're going to give it one more time, establishing the hologram, the holo vision of this around us. And not only the holo vision of this around us, but around the hurricane, around 2012, around the earthquakes in Central America, around in El Salvador, in NOLA. We're going to establish this holo around NOLA. Holo NOLA. And it's going to be effective. When we establish this, it has reality, it has density. And the more people that come together and establish it together, the denser it becomes. The hologram becomes more aware. That's why Jesus said, where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am. Because the hologram of the prayer is amplified by each one's auric field. Each one seeing it from a different perspective with a different viewpoint. establishes a greater perspective of the hologram than we could have individually. Even though we in our own consciousness can see this hologram from different areas, we can see this mighty pillar of light, pillar of the world, from within the center of the hurricane, from the center of the earthquake, or from outside it, or from within it itself. We can establish different viewpoints, and thus establishing and creating more powerful foci of this powerful foci of the pillar of light. So let's go ahead and give this again. Sublime I am Samadhi that I am, enfolding me now in that mighty, magic, electronic pillar of cosmic light substance. My identification with its magnificent humility and thoughtful creativity, so powerful and complete, that I artfully and magically alter every polarity with healing unity. Within this majestic pillar of light blazes that love as the violet, compassionate flame. In there and around my etheric, mental, emotional, and physical bodies, effortlessly dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego, charging my world and all I contact with a tangible substance, living awareness and conscious activity, the presence and superconscious samadhi of all enlightened beings, liberated and ascended masters, seeing, feeling, and hearing this light as it shines, radiates, and resonates within me as a visible pillar of the world, stabilized, supported, and sustained by the brilliant, elegant One, and infinitely sensitive to that invulnerable state of divine I am Samadhi. And here let's do the Om together. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. Around us is streaming now this pillar of light. It's streaming not only in a pillar around us, but out to those persons, places, and things that we hold dear to us. We can send this light into certain places. We can hold up our hands, and we can send this light as a cosmic vibration into the very person, the place, or the thing that we're visualizing. Let's go ahead and do that now. Let's do another Om, taking our hands, rubbing them together, generating the friction, bringing the energy to the palms of the hands. And then lifting up those hands and seeing this hurricane. You're standing on the shoreline, waiting, watching these waves come, crash, collide. And we're going to hold our hands and put them up and say, Om. We're standing at the nexus of 2012. We're standing at the conundrum of that hourglass of 2012, 12, 21, 12. And we say, We're standing in Nola with the Holo, establishing the Nola Holo. We're establishing within our own selves, within our circle of friends and acquaintances, loves and family. So we're establishing this hologram of peace, of calm, as the storm approaches, as the storm of colliding worlds, of crashing bodies, establishing the hologram of perfection so that the crash doesn't need to be destructive, but can be holistic, powerful, constructive, embracing a greater love than was known before. Let's go ahead and give heartfelt, tangible samadhi. Come on. Oh, great spirit. Oh, mighty I am, samadhi at the center of all creation. Radiant, illuminating fire. Oh, heartfelt, all suns. Pour forth that life-giving power, and fan the spark of divinity on the altar of my heart. Amplify this spark fire, but the whole spirit into the potent God flame that I am. Just wanted to take a moment and explain. We are invoking the very currents from the great central sun of our own being. We're invoking this light that sits quiescent in peaceful samadhi all the way within us. And by our invocation, we're bringing it out. This is a yoga that's been practiced throughout the ages in all the religions. But really, I have never seen quite this type of understanding of the tantra of the yoga, the tantra of the word, the tantra of imbuing each word with the essence of your spirit, impregnating it so it's alive rather than just a word. So let's go back and go on. Come on. Oh, shimmering fountain of life that I hear, feel, smell, taste, and see within me, I choose this constant cascade of liquid light, actively receiving its shimmering, directive radiance, tangibly and powerfully manifest in my experience. I open the innermost temple of love within this evident, ebullient, celestial cosmic fire. I manifest that life and light for our healing and regeneration, letting the breath, height, fullness, and crown of the solar radiance of the sun behind the sun appear. I stand forth, revealed in and through me is the neutral witness that Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, Pharaoh, Monarch, Divine Mother, Father, Sun conscious awareness. And when we say this particular line, which is repeated throughout the text of Samadhi Game, we sit tall. We sit in our Pharaoh self. We sit in our Monarch self. We sit in our Christ, Krishna, Buddha, Allah self. Going on. I am the visible, audible, tangible flame of eternal life, breathing the scintillating prana-chi from the source to the root of my being. Liquid rays of light flooding my chakras, seated upon their lotus thrones of love. Molten gold of enlightenment, shivering its ascension up my spine, crowning my awareness with the diamond rays of attainment. All right. This mantra keeps going, but I'd like to stop right here and do the breath that this mantra has already set as the etheric matrix in our consciousness. As we breathe in, the scintillating prana-chi from the source moves down the front side of our body. This is the saga breath we use. So as we breathe in, the tongue is at the top of the mouth. This is the yoga of the breath that we use here in saga. And you breathe down the front side of the body, the scintillating prana-chi from the source to the very root chakra. And as you get to the root chakra, you can give a little kegel, a little squeeze of the perineum, and feel that molten gold of enlightenment, that kundalini force being bounced, shivering itself up through the spine, ascending through the spine, and reaching the crown again, crowning yourself with the diamond rays of attainment. So this cycle of breath down the front side of the body, and as you breathe out, up through the spine, shivering, the tongue connected to the roof of the mouth, and the kegel at the bottom when we breathe out. Let's go ahead and do the breath. Breathing in, down the front side of the body, softening the front side of the body as you breathe in. And breathing out, shivering a little kegel at the bottom. I'm holding the microphone so you can breathe with me if you like. What you can feel, you might be able to feel, you eventually will feel, that this current of the breath is powerful and real, and it's confronting all through the different layers of the chakras of your being, all the different cross currents of the dual human ego that are holding those chakras in check rather than letting them open freely and give to the world your gift. So with every breath, you can move through each chakra and you can feel each chakra opening more full, more dynamically, more protected within the membrane of light that you're establishing around this body that's amplifying this pillar of light, this pillar of the world that we gave as a mantra a few moments ago. So all of these mantras, all of these yogas that we're doing in Samadhi Game, whether it be visualization, whether it be mantra, whether it be breath, whether it be silent meditation, are all coming together as a gestalt, as a round gestalt of your being. Let's go on back again now to this mantra, continuing on. Come on. As the white fire being of my heart, I dynamically emanate and transmit this audible, tangible, fragrant, delectable, and visible substance of living samadhi as creativity and direction. I am a sun in the palace of the shining void. This temple, a glistening world of infinite space, the process of my transformations, sounding the melodies, harmonies, and rhythms of the great solar symphony. I'm just going to take a moment again. These mantras are establishing a matrix within which you can experience the processing, the transformation of your being. It's allowing a conscious thought to be implanted in your conscious mind that will settle itself through the unconscious, the superconscious, and allow for a greater embrace of the transformation that can and will take place in you as you move yourself through the karmic dualities into your neutral witness, Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, Self. Come on. I am the dazzling flame of life, here and now, because I am nowhere else, but everywhere, forever. I am Samadhi's palpable joy, tactile glory, and felt perfection of boundless being. I am that, I am that, I am that. And here again, you're saying your noble name. I'm going to leave it blank. I'm not going to say mine. I am, and say your name. I am, and say your name. I am, say your glorious name. In embodiment, in embodiment, in embodiment, I am oneness lived. We're establishing our own Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, Pharaoh, Monarch, Divine Mother, Father, Son, Conscious, Neutral, Witness, Awareness, Worth. We're establishing that. We're opening the matrix. We're establishing the foundation for that to become the living reality for who you are. It already is who you are. We just need to realize it more fully. And we need to have this kind of strength, this kind of foundational strength to be able to stand in the hurricane, into the solar storms that are coming, into the 2012 matrix of change that is with us already, that amongst the hurricanes and earthquakes and changes in lives, we need to have this stability, overriding, setting the matrix, setting the foundation that we can hold during the storm, during the collision, during the crash. Affirmation and prayer of divine masculine presence and power. Let's go on. Come on. O sacred masculine essence of my eternal being, Holy One in my core, I am that I am. I am that divine masculinity within me now. I am the will of that kingly consciousness being done. I am the unchanging awareness of each moment, the natural spaciousness of each instant. On earth, that I am, even as I am that in heaven, this sacred, tangible silence, death to my ego, source of my sustenance, this radiant gift of love, heart of my purpose, the Dharma, freely given to all. This shining void of stillness consumes every temptation of duality. This presence of samadhi dispels all cross-currents of the human ego. I am transfiguration's total surrender, forgiveness, and reconciliation. I am resurrection's focus of wisdom and power. I am the absolute cooperation with the inevitable, ascension's expanding glory of eternal victory. All this freedom forevermore, I am. Om, peace, amen, I am. The masculine side of things is this silence. Let's go ahead and do a little silent meditation, taking us into this silence and then feeling the love ebulliate from there. And when you feel yourself beginning to cogitate and thinking about a myriad of things, just bring yourself back again to the heart, to the love, and feel underneath that love this great, vast silence. And as you do this, you can relax everything in your body. You can begin by relaxing all your facial features, all the stresses and strains that have been embedded there for however many years of living. Let them go. Relaxing your neck, your shoulders, your whole body. Surrendered completely, and just allowing yourself to feel and be this silent void, this shining, silent void. And just as we develop a momentum on our mantras, we're developing a momentum as well as feeling this source, feeling this silent, shining void as a powerful momentum that can hold against the blistering winds of a tornado or a hurricane, an earthquake, a change in era like 2012, a change in lifestyle, in culture. This eternal source of our being. Om, peace, Amen, I am. Let's go on and give now the mantra of the feminine component of our beings. Affirmation and prayer of the divine feminine, the direct and connected fullness of beauty and forgiving grace. This is the dancing, lilting, loving connectedness which is birthing now on the planet as this new wave, this connection revolution, where we're connecting like we've never connected before. Let's feel that connection as the divine feminine. Let's see it. Let's feel it. Come on, let's say it. I am the divine feminine, the direct and connected fullness of beauty and forgiving grace. With me now in the intuition, dance, and relations of my heart. Chalicing the hallowed vision, purpose, and paradigm of the golden age dawning. Blessed queens of Buddhic, angelic, and Christic realms, Kuan Yin, Green Tara, Holy Mary, O Pallas Athena, Parvati, Sarasvati, Lakshmi, whom I am. And you can name any of the goddesses that you feel are important in your life. Here are calls for compassion, wholeness, and the manifest oneness in the flesh. And here, this little space, now formulate a prayer. You're sitting on the altar of the Almighty Goddess. She is standing there before you in all of her compassion, wanting to hold you, to protect you, to guide you, to teach you how to move, which step to take, how to act, how to love. Now formulate your prayer to her, your intention. It can be abstract, she'll hear that. It can be concrete, she'll hear that. See and feel as though this intention were already done. See and feel it from her perspective. Already done. Already done. I have already granted this for you, my beloved. You are mine. I want you to have all. You are loved. You are worthy, she says. Your intention is already done. You can even see this intention minted, pressed, full in 3D dimension. See it as though it's already coming to life in 3D, pressed into shining, shimmering gold. And then toss your coin of this gold into the pranas, into the sun, into the fire, the air, the water, and the earth, and the akasha. And then continue on with us together. Guide us, intensify our path, the direct and connected fullness of beauty and forgiving grace, the manifest experience of healing and truth, and the mastery, liberation, and triumph of enlightenment. I am the cradled babe of eternity, safe in the bosom of omnipresence. We're establishing a strength. We're establishing a power. We're establishing a foundation that will hold us through the storm, that will actually manifest a resistance of some sort to the storm. So the storm need not be destructive. It can be breathed in and integrated into our lives. All that cross current of the dual human ego, all those riptides of emotion, breathed back in to that flow of current that is the river of life, and the current becomes even stronger when that is within us. So we accept the storm is coming, we breathe it in with all of our breath, with all of our might, standing in the firm foundation that these Samadhi game mantras establish for us. We can do this very easily, very effectively. Let's go on. Let's combine the two, the masculine and the feminine, the silence and the light. Come on. I am zero, the great yang, the vast silence, the undisturbed stillness, radiating an antakarana of oneness, the sounding of love alone, the essence of life and light, strength, courage, beauty, and perfection. I am nothing silence, I am sounding light, I am whole and universal, luminous golden white. I am nothing silence, I am sounding light, I am whole and universal, luminous golden white. I am nothing silence, I am sounding light, I am whole and universal, luminous golden white. And the stillness within, existence I am births to an active great yin radiance, spreading throughout the vastness. I am conscious silence, stalwart I command, stoic inspiration, I am God in man. I am conscious silence, stalwart I command, stoic inspiration, I am God in man. I am conscious silence, stalwart I command, stoic inspiration, I am God in man. Louder and louder, the great mother I am muses, inspires, hums, and sings songs of new life, a glad music of my heart. I am sacred rhythm, my keynote harmony, this melody is truth, the light held high and free. I am sacred rhythm, my keynote harmony, this melody is truth, the light held high and free. I am sacred rhythm, my keynote harmony, this melody is truth, the light held high and free. Born, now, anew, I receive and I accept this Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, Pharaoh, monarch sitting straight. Divine Mother, Father, Son, conscious, neutral, witness, awareness. Seven ultra sacred, flaming paraclete, my forehead now emblazoned, I am crown complete. Seven ultra sacred, flaming paraclete, my forehead now emblazoned, I am crown complete. Seven ultra sacred, flaming paraclete, my forehead now emblazoned, I am crown complete. So we're establishing this momentum, this momentous this hologram of perfection, this hologram of the Samadhi game mantras as a foundation for the hologram that we send to the hurricane, that we send to the earthquake, that we send to the point of change in 2012. That we send to the point of change in our own lives, that we send to our friends and relatives as healing unguent. This hologram, etched from the very source of silence into the very pranas of physicalization, into the akasha, into the fire, into the air, the water, and the earth. Let's go ahead and give this radiant circle of healing love and the art of life in liquid white light. Come on. Oh, radiant circle of healing love and the art of life in liquid white light that I am. Encircle me now, encircle me now, encircle me now. I am this loving splendor encircling me now. I am this living prana-chi encircling me now. I am this liquid crystal fire encircling me now. I am this samadhi encircling me now, as this active intelligence of powerful conscious volition that I am. I radiate, radiate, radiate. I govern this exhaustless energy and precipitate all things into form. Of those who come under the radiation of this, my radiant circle of healing love and the art of life in liquid white light, including, and here you can name those that you would like to have ensconced in your love. I'll name this hurricane. I think it's Isaac that's coming. Let's ensconce Isaac in this love. Let's ensconce Nola in El Salvador in our love. Let's ensconce 12, 21, 12 in our love. Let's ensconce each one on this broadcast in our love. Let's ensconce the entire Samadhi Game tribe in our love. Let's ensconce the entire world in our love. Together, I ignite and I expand the illuminating center within their bodies, emotions, and minds into that active, perfect, and eternal garment of enlightenment. O radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light that I am, instantly bring healing to and make art of all dual human ego in my world, opening wide the door of my heart into the ineffable, divine, and present existence and expression and expansion. I am the wide open door of my heart, flooding forth the radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, the enchanting essence of my electronic body, and I am Samadhi. I balance, blaze, and dazzle the threefold activity of my heart's Samadhi. Ennobling love, wisdom, and power encircles me, now and forever bringing healing to and making art of every dual human ego activity, freeing me to leap into divine union with the source of these, the shining three. I am the mighty, magic, electromagnetic circle of invincible liquid love, light, and life substance, instantly transmuting and harmonizing, healing, and making art of every discordance or distraction which seeks to enter or intrude itself, masquerading as the I am me, including Isaac and the earthquakes in Nola and 12, and any personal hurricane or storm that might be on the horizon. I am the self-sustaining perfection of my world, enfolded in the radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light. The Samadhi that I am, I remain strong, foundational, standing strong in this. We remain. Vanish the veils of light and shade. I abide in the shining truth of divine law and the justice of eternity. I am the lake of kindness, free of disturbing conditions, inner and outer. Commanding all therapies within this, the inner magic of my radiant circle of healing love, to be revealed with the art of life and liquid white light of Samadhi, the all-pervading, serene and harmonizing bliss. Oops. So thank you so much for joining us today in this hologram of peace and calm that we're sending to the southern shores of America, the United States of America, in preparation for this landfall of this hurricane. Getting everyone ready in preparedness and in peace. This hurricane of personal and planetary karma returning with this 2012 matrix of change coming, this hourglass being reached at 12/21/12. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for giving your heart. Thank you for giving these mantras. Thank you for sharing your love. Thank you for coming together as Samadhi Game Tribe. Samadhi Game Tribe is a powerful force. And when we come together, these mantras in unison have a power that is beyond what we can do alone. Where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am. The hologram is complete. It is perfected. It is made more powerful. And each of us in our day today will have a more powerful hologram than we would have had we done just these mantras alone. Doing them alone is better than not doing them at all. Doing them with others is even better than doing them alone. So we've garnered not only the strength of our own prayer, but the prayer of everyone joining in on this broadcast, and for all time through the archived versions of these mantras and these broadcasts. People will see this broadcast again and join along as though it were real and the first time for them. And as they give their mantras with us, the etheric blueprint of these mantras is etched into the recording. And it's there for them to join in with and move through with us as we move through in this yoga that we're doing day by day. I'll be back here on Wednesday for another broadcast. I'll also be back here again reminding us all we can come together in unison in September. This is the big thrust I'm giving to everyone now. September 16th. We'll start off Sunday evening at 5:30. And then we'll go every morning thereafter, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Every morning thereafter at 7 o'clock for musical meditation and breakfast at Sunny Meadows Ranch Kitchen here. And then at 8:30 every morning for another installment of Samadhi Game, building a momentum over the week's course of events. And that Saturday night, the 22nd, that magical number 22, we'll have a party. And that party will be the Samadhi Game pot fortune dinner, the Samadhi Game meditation, followed by Samadhi Game dance-a-thon mantra and poetry reading. So everyone will bring a piece of poetry and we'll read poetry. It doesn't matter who it's from. It could be Rumi, Longfellow, Emerson, doesn't matter, whoever you like. And we'll read some poetry and then we'll dance, and then we'll read some poetry and then we'll dance. And it'll be great fun. We'll dance into the wee hours. And then Sunday is the last morning of this concentrated 8-day portion. But believe it or not, the very next Monday morning we're going to give another broadcast. It's just not going to be formally held within the 8-day session. So it'll complete it at number 9. Thank you so much for coming. Join us. Download your free copy of Samadhi Game at samadhigame.com. Contribute to Samadhi Game at samadhigame.com. We enjoy and thank you for your contributions. And I will leave you with some music. Let's give some piano. Have a wonderful day. See if I can get that music to play. Oh, I guess I can't. Let me see if I can find something that I can get you to play here right away. All right. Have a great day.